Hi guys, welcome back to Procrastinating Pretty. I am back with a different model and kind of a slightly different look. I don't know, it's just a fun little colorful look, and I'm starting with Cover FX ClearPrep. It's a silicone primer that's just supposed to be really good for treating oily or acne-prone skin, and I wouldn't say that it's great in terms of treating acne. I definitely don't feel like it's one of those products where I'm like, oh, I can like not wash my face after. No, you definitely need to wash your face. And the way I'm applying it is I'm taking the tiniest little bead of product and applying it in downward strokes. I try not to rub back and forth when it comes to primer. I prefer to smooth over the face just because that's what gives it its really nice sort of even texture. I find with products that are supposed to help your makeup last longer that it's better just to smooth and not rub. And next I'm using the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. This is one of my favorite products of the moment. I think it was featured in a March favorites lately, and I'm just applying that to the tops of the cheekbones with a Chanel foundation brush. A lot of people have asked me how I use this brush. I wouldn't call it a beginner's brush, even though that's funny because it's like when you say foundation brush, people think of that one. Um, it can be kind of hard to get an even finish. I know a lot of people don't like it for foundation because it gets streaky, but I actually really love it for the BECCA Shimmering Skin Perfector. And you all know that I like to use the same brush for my kind of like highlight and bronzer and base if I can. So I will actually be using this with the foundation I'm about to use as well. And I'm just applying that kind of on the Cupid's bow, just anywhere where light would naturally hit you. I think it gives a really nice finish underneath the foundation. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm on the Cupid's bow now. And the color I'm using, I don't know if I mentioned it, is Moonstone. That's kind of the medium color that I think works on everyone. And the foundation I'm using today is my Kanebo Sensai, oh gosh, Velvet Fluid Finish Matte. So it's basically the normal Kanebo Sensei one, but for oily skin, so it has a much more matte finish. I've reviewed this before. I can link that down below if you want. And I'm just starting from the center of her face and working my way outwards, and literally I'm just going over her face in like broad strokes. And what I've found is much easier to help, like what helps blend the color easier is if you kind of just go over sections, like work in a small section at a time, especially because this foundation is so dry and matte. It's just better to work in small sections of the face. And then my secret weapon is to take a little bit of thermal water, spritz the brush, and kind of give the face a once over after you're done. So just kind of smooth out any streaks that may have, come around. I kind of feather all over the face a little bit, makes things just a lot easier. It takes a lot of pressure off you needing to blend because the water will kind of reactivate the foundation and kind of take away how set it gets. Just make sure, like, I find places that people struggle with are often around the eyes and nose, and just go around those areas twice. And the whole purpose of this tutorial was so I could use the Vice palette from Urban Decay. I did not get this when it came out. My friend here did, and she let me play with it. I'm super excited. And I just kind of winged it with this look. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but the first thing I did was take the color Echo Beach, and I think I mixed it with a little bit of Nevermind and just went all over the lid. I think it's really important to kind of just get a light color down because I knew I was going to do a colorful look because there's some amazing colors in this palette and I love Urban Decay shadows. I think it's just really important to kind of get like a neutral base down when you're playing with a lot of color. I mean, it's completely different, of course, if you're doing an editorial look, but if you plan to sort of go outside with this makeup, it's nice to have a little bit of balance. So I'm just smoothing that right over. I don't think I used a primer with these. It's just, I mean, I like Urban Decay shadows. They're really pigmented and really creamy going on, so you don't really need to. But I am applying with my Hakuhodo Kokutan Tea brush. I adore this brush more than anything. I really should do a proper review of it because I use it so often, but this is kind of my one brush fits all. I use it in all of my eye looks. The only other brush I think I use is a 217 to help me blend, because this isn't the greatest for blending, but it's great for placing color and kind of just feathering out color a little bit, but the 217 is still my blending master. And the color I'm putting down now is called Jagged. This is the most gorgeous, like kind of golden brown. Whenever I think of like the color of a lion's eyes, I think this color is just gorgeous, and that's just going straight in the socket line. And I decided to put the color underneath her eye, so I'm taking an angle brush. I think this is the By Terry one, and I'm layering the color Chaos right in the outer third corner of her eye, and just take some care to build up the color. I didn't wet my brush or anything. I literally just kind of built up the color. Chaos, I'm a little bit disappointed in the pigmentation. I thought it'd be a lot kind of creamier. It's a little bit powdery and dry. The next color I use, on the other hand, it's called Unhinged, and that is a gorgeous color. It's a shimmery, bright, like aqua turquoise. A little less green than turquoise would be, so I'd say aqua. And it's a shimmer, and shimmer colors are always easier to work with in terms of like, texture and pigmentation, and it made just for an amazing gradient color. I take that under most of her eye, in fact. I think it's like the middle third of it is all that Unhinged color. And I thought about going all the way in with that teal color because it's so beautiful and it's perfect for her skin, but I wanted something, a little bit of light in the inner corner. So I ended up using Blitz, and this color is beautiful. I know Half Baked is really popular, but this is the ultimate gold. And after you're done applying all the colors, I like to take a clean 239 and just sweep underneath and just kind of blend the colors together. There was a tiny bit of fallout from these shadows, so I used just whatever foundation was left on my brush and swept underneath the eye. And I just wanted to really quickly fill in her brows. There were a couple of gaps, nothing major. I'm not changing the shape or anything. I thought about doing a really big brow, but I think it'd be really top heavy if I did, so I just kind of filled in the shape a little bit. And for her cheeks, this is my favorite part. I'm using Bamba blush from Benefit, and I'm putting it on with what's this brush called? A Yachio brush from NARS. And this color is perfect for my friend here. She's been on the blog before. Her name is Peruana, but it's just the most gorgeous combination of bronze and gold, at least on her skin. On me, it's a pretty true watermelon pink, but it's just like that. I don't know, this blush on her is the way Benefit Dallas looks on me. It's gorgeous. And because I've been obsessed with this product, it's the Ben Nye blush in orange, I think. I think that's actually what it's called, or Orange Pop. I'm just going to layer this over the Bamba blush. I've just been loving the way this looks. I think orange makes everyone look better. You know when you add salt to food, it just makes that food tastes more like that food. It doesn't necessarily taste salty. It just if you add salt to a chocolate bar, it's sweeter. I feel like that orange is the salt of all color. So when you just add orange to anything, just a subtle orange hint, I'm putting a little bit on her eyes just to warm up the eye look, and it just brings out all the other colors so much more. And I'm not even adding a lot. I'm literally just brushing a tiny bit into the crease. And yeah, no, it just kind of made everything look beautifully coppery and warm and perfect for her skin. And if you notice, I didn't really even put that much on her cheeks, so I mean, it's amazing. I completely underestimated that blush even when I bought it. And last but not least is lips. I was going to do kind of a neutral, kind of a light pink sort of color, but no, I went for red, and the red I'm using is a limited edition color from NARS called Rouge Basque. It's kind of like a brick paprika brown based red, and it is perfect on her skin. I was worried a red lip might be too kind of bright or heavy for this look, but no, it's perfect. In fact, it gives exactly the right amount of balance that I wanted on her face, and this was just such a fun look to do. I think it's a great way to wear color. I think for a lot of people who don't want to wear, bright turquoise eyeshadow on their lid, it's a really nice option just to go underneath the eye. If you wanted this look to be even a little bit more wearable, you could absolutely, add a brown mascara or even a brown liner on the lower waterline. I kind of like the way it looks with the bare waterline on her, though, just because I think these colors are so perfect for her skin tone that she really doesn't need that sort of anchor. But yeah, I hope you guys like the look, and really it was super simple, and I hope you guys try it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!